Welcome to another Form Titan video, and in this video I will demonstrate how to get data from Salesforce using Element Switcher. So what we'll do is we'll get some data back, like first name and last name and email. Then I will show you how to get these two, which is essentially a checkbox in Salesforce, and display them as switches within Form Titan. Okay, so let's get started. We'll get full name, we'll get email, and then we'll get switches. So type the word switcher, and then there they are. So I'll say I consent, and then I'll copy this, and I'll say I do not consent. Alright, and in both of these I'll give it a bit of a background. So let's say my active line, the background will be red, and then same here with the active line, the background can be red. So let's see how this looks like in real time. Like that, like that. Good. Okay, so now these are set up. Very happy with that. I'll just get rid of the indicators here so I can demonstrate them nicely. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll get a hidden field, and we'll call this one contact ID. Just like that. Okay, and this field is 166. So now we're going to do a get. We'll read from Salesforce. And be sure to actually tag these fields so you can recognize them quite easily when it comes to mapping. I'll call this one I consent, and then we'll call this I do not consent. So form, get, add object. For me, this is going to be contact. I'll put a condition in there. I'll say contact ID equals, contact ID. Map fields. And then here, I'll just map first name, last name, email. I'll do I consent, and then I do not consent. Apply and finish. Click save. This field is 166, so we'll just preview it in the parameter. So we'll say FLD166 equals, and I'll get the contact ID in here. Paste it in there, hit enter. There are my details, and there you go. You can see that the switcher is now working. So in here, I know that I consent is checked yes, and I do not consent is left blank. So as such, I consent here is yes, I do not consent is no. Now let's do it the other way around. So let's say I go in now, modify this, and I set this so I do not consent. I'll save that. Now, if I was to go ahead and refresh this, you can see I do not consent is set to yes, and in consent is now set to no. So this is how easy it is to get the data from Salesforce and display it. All you have to do is just simply make sure you've tagged them so you know which one they are. Then if you have a checkbox enabled, then go ahead and map them to a checkbox and you're good to go. This is how it's done.